Hello and welcome to the True to Life podcast. This is episode, I don't even know what episode this is. I'm gonna be so honest with the audience right now. We're here recording. This is my fifth interview of we'll call it the SALF Series of learners. Finishing up this conference in Dallas, Texas. Finishing day 3 here. It's gonna be day 4 in about 13 minutes. So we're gonna ride it right into day 4. I'm very excited. And I'm joined by Daryana. She's a track and field athlete at Long Beach State. I grew up in the Bay, goes to school in SoCal, and wanted to have you on the podcast today because your competitive nature stood out to me today. It caught me off guard. So let's just start with your upbringing in sports. What got you into track?
So track was one of the first club sports that I did when I was 8. But I actually quit after that season because I didn't like the sound of the gun.
Oh.
My dad was really mad.
Okay.
But then I switched to basketball, and mainly because my older sister did it, and I thought she was so cool. And so I basically played basketball as my main sport, like, my entire life. Beginning of high school, I was like, oh, yeah, I could, like, go to college for this maybe. Like, maybe I'd be interested. But didn't really think too much about college sports in general. And then I picked up track my freshman year of high school, and I just fell in love instantly because, like, I was really just getting burnt out of basketball, and track was something refreshing, and I happened to be good at it too. You know, freshman on varsity, I got to go to all these big meets like Arcadia, Mount Sac. I got to go to state all my first year, and I was like, how do I have the same amount of medals as track in 1 year that I've almost accumulated like my entire lifetime in basketball?
All right. Well, I'm a basketball athlete. Basketball's my thing, but it's tough, and it's a team sport. Obviously, track is individual. So what are the things that drew you to track in comparison to basketball?
So it was always such a nice switch to go between the two in high school. Basketball, I tended to be more of a defensive player for sure. Wasn't really confident in my offensive game, so I tended to be more of a role player, but was still a slasher. But I definitely almost cared way too much more for my team than myself, which made me more of a role player just because, like, I loved playing the sport. I wanted to support everyone. And, you know, when you have a lack of confidence, you always know that you can boost other people up.
Totally.
And so I just found myself getting really over-consumed by the idea of basketball that I would, like, lose myself. Except when it came to defense. Like, I love defense. I was like, I got you on defense. And mind you, like, I'm like 5'7", and I'm guarding like 5'2" guards. Do you know how low my stance had to be? Do you know how low? Bro, I still have knee pain to this day.
Dude, basketball is the sport that you can play if you want knee pain.
Literally. I've had tendinitis since I was like 12. Still have it in track. Like, I do a block start, and I'm like, ooh, my knee. But yeah, the team aspect was really draining just as like a very like empathy driven person, and I was just always worried about my teammates, you know, like and I was a team captain too in high school, and so I also had to like navigate people's emotions, you know, help them get back in the game, and so it just took a lot. And then when I got to track, I was like, oh, I just get to focus on myself. You know, if someone messes up a drill, I don't have to run because they messed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I do a sport that's most other sports punishment, like, I was like, I can run for myself. And it was nice to actually like put myself first for once. So
So how do you so track being more individual, do you miss any of the team aspect, the camaraderie of having competing as like one unit, or do you feel like you can get pieces of that with track? Like, you're still competing, you guys are putting points towards like your guys' school and in meets. Do you think that's enough, or is there any aspect of it that you miss?
I really miss the sisterhood. Like, it's so different with track. And a lot of these people that are doing track in college may have done track their entire life where they never had to, like, do legit team bonding and, like, really lean on each other and build a support system of sisterhood. So that was definitely something unique that I came to in track that I really missed in basketball is, like, I feel like I made some of my best friends on my basketball team. And just really like picking each other up. I remember when I first joined the team, we were running and the girl next to me, like one of my teammates, she slipped. And like my instinct was to help her up. Like, you help your teammate up, right? My coach was like, what are you doing? Go run. And my teammate on the floor is yelling, Daryana, go run. I'm like, you just fell. Like, I should help you up. Like,
so different. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the competitor was looking out for her teammate in that case. That's good. Why don't we talk about your track, some of your track drama
My track trauma?
with your competition.
The talent show trauma?
Yes.
The talent show
Air it
trauma.
out.
Let me tell y'all.
Air it out.
So every year for the track team, we do a talent show. And it's the talent show against like each event group. So like I'm on the women's sprinters group. We get second place every single year. We have the best choreography. We have the best outfits. Okay, we got all the, oh my gosh, like we're just to the tens. And we get second place every single year to literally the male sprinters. So it's like we want to hate, but then they're like, okay, if anyone were to win
So
it.
a track team still wins, just not you guys.
It's just not us, and it should be us. Like we deserve justice. We really do. And all they do is just like they like stomp around and put on masks. And I'm like, we color coordinated our outfits, like we have choreography. We've been practicing for like weeks. And so yeah, so when we had our battle of the colors, we were not friends today.
Oh yeah, you were locked in.
We were not. I was so mad too
in.
because I was helping them with the choreography
Yeah.
too. Like I was very invested in us, and I had so much belief. So when we lost, I was crashing out.
Yeah, so today it was our fun event after dinner time. We did a lip sync dance battle, like a lip sync battle between colors. So each is different color coordinated teams for each group. And the final two were purple, Daryana's team, and blue. And the twist towards the end was that we got to pick each other's songs to the lip sync for, and blue team being the
Evil.
win. I'll just say win at all costs. Win at all costs
Apparently,
method.
the judges called it strategic.
Really? That's a
You know,
word.
I shouldn't have told you that.
No,
I didn't like the positive response you had.
well, I mean, strategic has a good connotation to it.
No.
I was gonna say it was like win all costs.
Evil. Yes.
They gave us a good song. They gave us "Yellow" by Coldplay, and it was nice. It was a good song.
Calm. We were trying to do like, we got to give them something boring. I guess I don't know.
It's okay. I guess it was next year.
I'm taking a step back. Mental health reasons.
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
medically retiring.
Medically retiring.
Medically retiring from the SALF talent show.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, the funny thing is, I didn't even have much of a contribution, so like I didn't really feel right winning either. Like I kind of felt bad about it. Like I was up there.
choreographed our dances. Like,
Yeah.
I was too invested.
Anyway, while we're on the SALF subject, the Student Athlete Leadership Forum, what have been some of your takeaways this weekend, last 3 days?
That's a really
There's
good.
been a lot of workshops.
It's been a lot, and I feel like I haven't had enough time to reflect because we're
That's
always on go mode. Like my time to reflect would be when I'm actually sleeping.
It's just not that much
I'm just
either.
so tired. Let's see. I feel like it definitely redefined my values. Like I feel like I had a pretty good sense of what my values were, but to actually like put it on paper and write it out and like sit there and consciously think about it was really good. Because like they said, your values are your anchor, and made me realize what things I really do see important that maybe sometimes I project on other people. Like I think discipline and respect are very big for me. And sometimes I see that like when my teammates might be getting like a little like disrespectful or like lacking discipline, like I get so triggered so fast. and now I see why, because it's something it's a value that's very important to me. So when, got to learn to not project it obviously, but like when I don't see it being acted out, I'm like, hold on, something is just off.
So discipline, respect. What was the third one? Do you remember off the top?
Off the top.
The top of the
Okay, so
dome?
I don't think discipline was actually one I picked, but
That's all right.
it was actually respect, learning. I want to say success.
I like the activity. So essentially there was 34 values, and they had us lay them all down on the carpet. And from there, we labeled them into like 4 different categories. I think it was like always valued, sometimes value, not valued. I don't remember the fourth one, but essentially organizing them all out. And then out of the ones that were in the always valued, we picked 3. I picked the top 5, and then narrowed it down to 3. And then we get to do writing and a workshop. But all of this stuff is just all this development stuff. Like I'm eating it up personally. I love
me
it.
too.
Like it's It's great. What do you think you're gonna take back to your campus
Okay, that's perfect because we just did that exercise. We just did that exercise in the workbook.
in the workbook?
So I'm like highly involved in a lot of just student athlete spaces in my athletic department. Like DEI committee. I'm the president of SAC. I'm the president of the
Wait,
Black
hold
Student
up. We have
Athlete
another
Alliance.
president of SAC here. This is our third president of SAC that we've interviewed. Let's
Who
go.
isn't a president of SAC here? That's the real question.
That's a good
I feel
point.
like a lot of people are.
Well, this is amazing. Okay, sorry,
But
I interrupted.
The president of the Black Student Athlete Alliance.
Mm.
Let's see. I think that's
My
it so
resume it's filling up.
But like I'm in so many of these spaces, and you know it's my senior year, so I'm gonna have to leave, you know, and can't always be in these spots forever. And so now it's time for me to take back what I've learned and basically develop future leaders.
If only our politicians these days would do that. Sorry. Anyway,
No, they'd be gatekeeping. They want to live forever and stay in that spot. But yeah. So because I feel like the student athlete voice is just like so important, obviously, and I've had so much success in voicing my opinions. Like I'm best friends with the athletic director at Long Beach and the deputy athletic director, and I want people to have those relationships and know that they can basically achieve like whatever they see is fit for student athletes, whatever's going to be beneficial. Like I've been able to plan so much just because of the connections that I made in the athletic department, and I want other student athletes to be able to have that and to always just have their voices in those spaces, because when they're not, you see it.
What's your advice for maybe high school student athletes or even college student athletes that are afraid to speak out or having trouble finding their voice? Because clearly you found yours and you're in these positions. So what's your advice to those people?
I feel like definitely find what you're passionate about. I think that's going to always motivate you. If you're very passionate about something, like you don't see no as no. You know what I'm saying? Like a closed door is just a redirection. You're just going to keep going anyways. And, you know, it's always easy to say like, oh, just speak up. It's not that easy to always speak up, but you have to start somewhere and, you know, start in your small circles and then start building those relationships in higher places. Like I think that's so important, because I feel like I became friends with my SAC advisor, and then from there other connections came from that, from meeting with her, and it was easier to make those connections because I had my previous connection was my SAC advisor. So just continue to make connections and value them, check up on people, and it'll make your voice, you know, feel more comfortable. Like I talk to my athletic director like he's my friend. Me and Bobby locked in.
How did you hear about this conference? Forum.
So I was nominated. So for the Big West, they send 2 athletes from the Big West, and that covers like the 9 schools that are in the Big West. So me and then another athlete were selected for this forum. Heard about it over the summer, and I was super excited about it. But, you know, had to keep telling my coach in advance, hey, I'm going to miss these 2 days. Hey, I'm going to miss these. Don't get mad at me. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I missed a game today and 3 or 4 practices. So I was communicating with my coach like back in the summertime. I was in our workshop today. I was like following the score. I was trying to listen to the play-by-play. They ended up losing by 4 points, and they came back at the end. They battled. I know they're very frustrated right now. But we have another game against Merced on Tuesday, so it's gonna be quick. Like I'm getting back home tomorrow. We have like 1 day of prep, and we have a game on Tuesday, so it's gonna be hitting the ground running back home.
You got it. Muscle memory.
You go back to it for sure. And I haven't touched a basketball in the last few days, but it's all good.
You're like having withdrawals.
Honestly, what was it? Was it Friday night? They had like the basketball hoop over on the little. Like I was doing that. Like, oh, I love this. I love basketball.
Please let me get a shot in.
I love basketball. I love basketball, but I'm also ready for I'm also okay with the transition that's coming. I feel like I've been getting ready for the transition for a while now. Now it's finally coming, and I'm thinking, how did I actually get here? I was just thinking about it when when you were answering, and I realized this was what the PacWest commissioner, she said, all right, I'll nominate you for this because we weren't able to give you national SAC. Because it wouldn't be give, it would have been like a nomination or formal. because I'm not going to be eligible for national SAC. I think they want 2-year terms. I can get either 2 or 3 year terms.
That's interesting.
Whatever it's supposed to be. And like, my eligibility is, timing up.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, you should definitely go to this leadership thing. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to. Now I'm here. It surpassed expectations.
Yes, that's very real.
I wasn't expecting to. I don't know what I was expecting.
Me too, because my only previous experience of a conference like this is the Black Student Athlete Summit, and that is just a lot more culturally based to the Black community. Phenomenal experience. That really did change like almost my life.
Please share what the takeaway was from that one. Let's go.
The Black Student Athlete Alliance. Okay, so not Alliance, Black Student Athlete Summit. Actually, what like was my final push to make a Black Student Athlete Alliance. Okay, so I attended the Black Student Athlete Summit. Sorry, I keep getting my words mixed up.
That's fine.
Attended the summit, then I formed the alliance. But I was like, we don't have any affinity groups, like student athlete affinity groups in Long Beach. And I was like, there's the Black Student Athlete Alliance. A lot of other Big West schools are making this. Like, is this something that I should make? Like, is this a need? And I kind of like poked around, asked some of my fellow Black student athletes, not just my teammates, but like other sports as well. I was like, well, how would you feel about this? Like, would you attend this? And then I went to the summit and I was like, oh, I need to do this. And it actually pushed me like, yeah, it was insane. So like I came away with like an awakening to make this alliance, but then also a spiritual awakening. Like I started believing God after the summit because of like so many miracles that led up to that trip. I was like, oh, there's no other way to explain it. Like, this is God working in my life. Because like the summit is usually something that like schools pay for like way in advance. But I didn't, like, our school wasn't paying for it or sending anyone to it. And I was like, this is not like a good look. I was like, what can we do? Like, I'm talking to my best friends, the athletic director, the deputy AD, like, do we have any funds to send me? And I basically got like a donor last minute to pay for my whole trip for me to go. And like, that's going to motivate you to like continue your work. Like, you're like, someone
get the most out of
literally
it.
believes in me. I'm like, I have to make the money that they invested in me and multiply it in other ways.
That's amazing. That's a good return on investment because now like Long Beach is going to thank you now. So one thing that you mentioned earlier that I didn't click back on, but I want to bring us back to it, was like training up like the next generation of like leaders at your school. So what's that process like in looking for and selecting those people for those that are going to pick up the mantle that you're going to leave?
Yeah, I think I've been trying to like start that work now. So like it's called like Big West Undivided, and you can think of it as like a DEI committee within the Big West. And they asked me to be a part of the committee again. And I was like, I have a lot of other things to do. And like our deputy AD was like, okay, well, give me a list of names of people that you think would be interested. And that was already me starting to delegate. I'm like, you know what, like other people need to be in these spaces too. And even like the person who oversees our SAC was like, do you want to be a part of it? I was like, I just turned it like, they really want me to be a part of it. And I'm like, look, I told her, I was like, I'm trying to give other people a voice. Like, I want other people to be in the room because I'm going to graduate soon. Like, my voice is not always going to be here. And I don't want to feel like I just left everyone stranded. So for me, I think it's going to definitely be like in SAC doing more leadership development and just like really emphasizing the student athlete voice. I think I'm going to give a presentation pretty soon about affinity groups and how I started the Black Student Athlete Alliance, maybe to encourage other people to think about affinity groups and creating those spaces. But yeah, and then like even my Black Student Athlete Alliance board, like I have to start training the people in there on like how to take over a Black Student Athlete Alliance when I'm gone too. So
they're going to need some training. Good
lots
thing
of
you
training.
have some tools. You have some tools now.
I have some tools. Let me tell you, me and that workbook.
You and that
we gonna be
that workbook
best
is
friends.
good.
That
I like
workbook
all the icebreakers, like things to do to engage a group, ways to to lead in spaces, to prompt people, questions to ask, and just quotes. Like I think one thing I'm gonna add to all my meetings is like just dropping a quote or two, just sprinkled maybe at the beginning and the end, because who doesn't like a good quote? Like I've loved all the quotes. I haven't written them all down. I only write down the ones that like really sink in. But
I think they're like in the back of the book.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
of
I
course.
think
I
there's,
wouldn't
like,
be
a list of
surprised. These
those.
workbooks have everything in them. Anytime ask yourself a question, check the workbook first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been super organized. What is something that you want to improve on that you've been putting off?
Like a task, project,
Skill, an intangible, something that you've been just waiting on, but something that you know is like deep down. If you have it on the spot, that's okay. If not, it's just a random question that popped in my head.
I feel like there's a few things. That's why I was like,
oh, pick one.
Definitely delegating. I feel like I could have been delegating my
Me too.
work. I feel like I could have been delegating my work and splitting up the load more, so that way it didn't become a situation where I was in just so many spaces by myself. But then it's also like you don't want to put a burden on other people. You're like, okay, I got it. Like I can take it on. But then you forget how much you limit people's access to it, or maybe they just think that things kind of magically happen, and you're like, no, people
I'm the
one making the magic happen. Like,
no, there's a fairy back there, and it's me working extra hours.
Exactly.
No, delegation's huge.
I think the biggest thing my coach told me to do on this trip was to listen. I don't think I do a terrible job of listening, but I think I could definitely do a better job. I feel like sometimes I'll hear people speak and I'm already formulating responses before they even stop talking, and I feel like that's an example of me not listening to the fullest. You know, like obviously I want to respond, like I'm listening and I'm responding, but like just to sit there and just 100% focus on what that person is saying, how they're saying it, like all that's like really being an in-depth listener is just something I definitely want to do better at.
Can I give you a suggestion on that?
Yeah.
So listening in terms of like with speakers, it helps when you have like a notebook in front of you. I don't know, were you taking notes during the speaking?
Okay, the first speaker, yes. The second one, I was really tired.
No, it's just fine. Like our sessions are packed. But when people are speaking, like that always helps me. Same thing as reading. Like I can't read a book without a pen in my hand. Even if I'm just holding the pen, it just makes me more engaged while I'm reading. But in one-on-one conversations, so you're not formulating a response, be okay with pausing right after they talk, and then naturally, like your body and mind are going to come up with something to say, ask. It could be a question, it could be an add-on, that isn't that immediate like response of like, all right, this is what I want to say, like while they're talking. At least that helped me, is like taking more pauses and being more intentional with my speech. Definitely learned that. It's been like 4 years of doing this, so it's definitely been a process, and I'm still learning. I'm still getting better, and I still learn by watching other people too. I think that obviously helps too. Just some random things. So did you have any random questions for me? I know you mentioned that before we started recording. I'm curious if you have any burning ones.
Burning questions.
Oh, by the way, we're officially in day 4, by the way. If you were wondering.
Yay, day 4.
If you were wondering.
What made you choose your school? Right? Dominican.
Have you heard of Holy Names University?
Oh, no.
In Oakland?
No.
Even closer to you.
No.
Up in the hills. La Crosse. So the Holy Names is where my journey started. And they shut down during my freshman year. So I transferred across the bridge to Dominican. Neither of which are schools, both in the Bay Area, which just means that we got to do a better job at getting these schools on the map. Like small private schools, like they don't get the same buzz and allure as state schools. So got to do a better job at getting those names out on the map. To.
I feel like that's also me. Like I could definitely do a better job at exploring the Bay. My parents gatekeep. Okay, they gatekeep the Bay. Okay, so I used to live in Fremont until I was 12. Okay. So I used to be on the East Bay. Then we moved to San Jose, and we never visited the East Bay again. They swear that Oakland's dangerous, Berkeley's dangerous, SF's dangerous. I'm like, what's so dangerous about, like, I get it. Like, if I go down the wrong neighborhood, I go down the wrong neighborhood, but
there's still
I gotta
good
explore.
Areas around.
Like I still.
Okay, San Rafael though is they can't. The only thing they can say about San Rafael is that it's probably far away because it's over an hour.
Literally, okay. So I have family in Hillsburg. Do you know where Hillsburg? Santa Rosa. I have family in Santa Rosa. Like we drive through San Rafael. Like I know where San Rafael is.
Yeah, that's like an hour, but like an hour past up north. And as we're getting into Bay Area geography over here, what was the original question? Well, how I chose Dominican?
Yeah.
I didn't choose Dominican. Dominican chose me. Is my cliche on that one? No, but that was the transfer school. So they had like a like a sister brotherhood type of relationship where Dominican matched all of the athletic scholarships and all of the aid packages that Holy Names did. So it made it really enticing for those coaches to bring on players from our school because there was an automatic scholarship match. So they didn't have to pay any additional money, but the university picked up the additional like tuition. So like my athletic scholarship at Holy Names was picked up by Dominican, which I'm really grateful for because that, college is expensive. So any amount of money towards an education like helps a lot. Yeah, and I love it. It's a beautiful area, North Bay, the 415. Yeah.
Is that not also SF?
It's not SF because in San Francisco.
The area code?
No, it's different. It has to be different. It's definitely different. San Francisco has to have its own area code, just considering that it's just San Francisco. I don't know. We can fact check it though. We're getting back into geography. Yeah, much different. Any other random questions? If not, it's completely fine.
I think that's it.
Okay, good. Let me see if I have. I'll hit you with some quick ones then. What's your favorite memory as a student athlete?
Favorite memory as a student athlete, like college? Ooh. Like making the track team. I was a walk-on. Like I didn't come into Long Beach as a student athlete.
Sick.
I actually came in as a student, got in academically, and then I hunted down the track coach and I asked to try out.
That's even. Why didn't you should have shared that in the beginning?
Oh, my bad.
That's awesome.
I didn't know when to bring it up.
Oh my gosh! If I would have ended the episode, we would have never got that piece of it out. That's awesome.
Yeah, I hunted down the track coach, and I was like, "Hi, are you a track coach?" And it was literally my sprint coach today. But yeah, she gave me a 2-week tryout period, and after the first week, she was like, "You're on the team," because we did a hill workout, and my high school was on a hill, so I was like, "Hill workouts are the I was like, hill workouts aren't anything." But yeah, so made the team, and then that was like huge for my family too because we had an inter squad meet, and that was basically gonna solidify if I was gonna be on the roster, which she was just kind of like hyping it up. Like I want to say I'm pretty sure she was gonna add me to the roster, but like the fact that I did good at the inter squad meet, and my family got to watch me run a track meet when they probably thought I was done with track, and then like my coach came up to me and my family and was like, "Hey, like you're on the team." That was huge.
Man, that's amazing. That's a testament to your, competitiveness. You get on campus, you hunt down the track coach, you force yourself into a 2-week tryout, and you make the team. Like, that's sick. That is totally part of your student athlete journey. I'm surprised you didn't mention that earlier. I'm so glad you shared that. I think it's also a great message for anyone listening out there. It's like if you want to get to a school, first, the academics to get you in there once your foot's in the door. I actually had a similar experience. Like, I went to Holy Names just for, because of my academics. They'd reached out, and I met the coach. I shook his hand, talked to him, and then his assistant coach, he sent an assistant coach to go watch me play. And then I came for a workout, but it only happened because of the academic stuff. And I went and found the coach, talked to him, and sometimes that's all it takes because I'll be honest, coaches, for at least my experience, they don't answer emails.
They do not answer. I had sent an email.
So it really turns an email.
They didn't answer
it turns me away when people are like, just especially for like Division 2, Division 3, and Division 1 obviously too. Like the coaches, like they get so many emails and they're recruiting the people that they want. That you can email them, but it is difficult. You have to really force your way in there. Like get yourself on campus. Get to their office and just try to just see them face to face.
And they appreciate that so much because they're like, it takes guts
to
go up to them and say, "Hey, I want to try out," like to their face. Like they're like, "Ooh, like that's brave," like, but that's the type of people they want on their team. Like if you're going to walk onto the team, you better be a go-getter. You better try and like take people's spots.
Something different, like some fight. That's amazing. Any closing thoughts? Any little shout outs or anything you want to share with me or share with the audience that's out there?
Shout out to the fam. Shout out to God. Shout out to the Bay.
Shout out to the Bay.
The Bay is where the Bart touches.
Dude, Santa Fe said no Bart. They said no Bart to Santa Fe.
Santa Fe touches the Bay at least. You know what I'm saying? Like at least the water. But yeah, don't call Sac the Bay.
I don't. I'm from
No,
Sac.
no. But other people, they're like, oh yeah, I'm from the Bay Area. I'm like, what part? Sac. I'm like, no.
But I think if you're saying that, we're about to get into the geography tangent. But maybe if you're explaining it to someone that is it's incorrect. I'm not gonna defend it.
It is. There's
I'm
no
not
way.
gonna
It's
defend
like for me, like from San Jose, it's 2 hours away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Like,
defend it.
Can't.
The traffic
Can't.
too. It's too far. You gotta go
That's
through
Northern
Vacaville. You gotta go
California.
through all this other
Yes.
stuff. Yeah. Sac's the capital. It's where the government. That's where
Yes.
things happen. Real business happens in Sacramento. Prop 50 was passed in Sacramento.
There we go.
Real happens in Sacramento. Anyway, who knows? I might end up running for politics at some point. We'll see.
Okay.
Who knows? You heard it here first. I don't know though.
this
I
is
also
me
like-
running for.
I also love business and entrepreneurship. I don't know. I think a new wave of leadership is going to come, and I think it's going to be from our generation.
Oh, 100%. I feel like we're as much as people want to clown on us for being the woke generation, like we actually get things done. We get people to rally together.
We're going to lead in ways that I don't think these old people really understand. And it's the problems that they
Yes.
left us too. I like they try to act like
Right?
we're so like checked out.
They're
And
like, what's wrong with your generation? Your generation set us up.
yeah, seriously, we have all these disasters because of your choices, because of the bills that you guys passed,
Yes.
for what you guys allowed these politicians to do.
Mhm.
I only started being able to vote 3 years ago. So all the people we have in office, you guys have allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
And like I get it. Mainstream media, corporate media has had a stranglehold on what people consume, and I
But
get
mind
that.
you, we're not the heads of those social media.
Totally.
Like, we're not old enough. Most of us are not old enough or in positions where we're CEOs of these companies leading. Nah.
And that's why
I
as
don't
young
wanna
people,
hear
like
it. I don't wanna
we're seeing things from a different perspective now.
Mhm.
We're starting to change. I think the tides are moving, and I think populism is where we're going, and I think power by the people is coming back. That's my little political something before I go too deep. Daryana, thank you so much for joining me today. I enjoyed it. This is the end of my little SALF series. The last one I at least recorded today. I don't know when this episode's going to release yet. But I appreciate the time. It's very late. It's past 12 now. So I appreciate you sacrificing some sleep and willing to get this episode in.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
No doubt. That's a wrap for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to today. We touched a lot of different topics all over the place. It was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. The number one way to grow a podcast is by sharing it. So please remember to share this to a family person, a friend, a loved one, acquaintance, someone you see on social media. Send them the link. It would mean the world to me to continue to get the message out and the word out about this podcast and what I'm trying to build here. So thank you. And with that, I'll be back here next time.